Some of the most dangerous things we consume don't look harmful at all. A small piece of cheese may feel harmless, even comforting, but after the age of 60, it could be quietly working against you, affecting your heart, your memory, and your overall health without you even realizing it. As we get older, our bodies lose the ability to break down fat, sodium, and sugars as efficiently as before. The foods that once nourished us may now be making us vulnerable. According to a study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, certain types of cheese can increase the risk of heart disease by up to 40%. Some may even trigger silent strokes, raise blood pressure, and accelerate inflammation. And the worst part? Many of these cheeses are marketed as healthy, gourmet, or natural. We met Mr. High, a 68-year-old retiree who had a morning ritual: a slice of toast with cream cheese, and a bit of blue cheese with wine in the evening. Over time, he began experiencing dizziness and erratic blood pressure. His doctor told him to cut back on processed and moldy cheeses, and the symptoms started to disappear. Mr. High's story is not unique. Many older adults eat the same familiar cheeses they've loved for years, never realizing they could be the hidden cause of their headaches, joint pain, or even mental fog. But the good news is not all cheeses are harmful. In fact, some can be powerful allies for your heart, bones, and brain, if you know which ones to choose. In this video, you'll discover the 4 best cheeses to enjoy after 60, the 4 most dangerous cheeses to avoid at all costs. And yes, there's one cheese in particular that nutrition experts are now calling a stroke on a plate. You may have eaten it recently without knowing the risks. Stay with us to the end, because this isn't just about cheese. It's about protecting your health, extending your independence, and making small choices that make a big difference. At first glance, cheese seems harmless, simple, delicious, and familiar. But after the age of 60, that familiar slice can start behaving differently inside your body. You see, your metabolism slows down. Your arteries become more sensitive to pressure and inflammation. Your ability to process fats, sodium, and lactose isn't what it used to be. This means that the same cheese you enjoyed in your 40s may now be contributing to high blood pressure, cognitive decline, and joint pain. Cheese isn't the villain, but it can become a silent threat if you're not aware of how your aging body reacts to it. Think of your body as a system that's been running for decades. Some parts are wearing down, others need a little more care. Your liver, kidneys, blood vessels, and brain, these all become more sensitive to the quality of the food you eat. Certain cheeses are packed with saturated fats, the kind that can stiffen your arteries. Others are overloaded with sodium, which can spike your blood pressure in ways you won't feel immediately, but will show up over time as fatigue, memory loss, or even a sudden trip to the ER. Some cheeses contain active molds and bacteria. While young, healthy bodies can usually neutralize these substances, aging immune systems struggle. These hidden compounds can trigger headaches, dizziness, digestive issues, or worse. Even small things add up. That sprinkle of cheese on your salad, the creamy spread on your toast, the cube or wedge on your afternoon snack plate. Over time, they build into patterns, habits that either support your health or slowly chip away at it. There's also a psychological trap. Many cheeses are marketed as natural, organic, or European style, words that suggest elegance and quality. But the label doesn't always match the effect. A cheese can look premium and still be packed with harmful additives, excessive salt, or hidden sugars. The problem isn't cheese. It's not knowing which ones are healing and which ones are harming. But once you understand the difference, you gain control again. The right cheese can help lower inflammation, improve circulation, support digestion, and nourish your brain. The wrong one can do the exact opposite without making a sound. So don't worry. You don't have to give up cheese. You just have to choose wisely. And that's exactly what we're about to show you next. Not all cheeses are enemies. In fact, some are your body's quiet protectors, guarding your bones, your heart, your memory, and even your mood. The key is choosing the right kind, cheeses that support your aging body instead of burdening it. Let's begin with 4 of the healthiest options for people over 60. These are cheeses that work with your biology, not against it. 4. Mozzarella, especially fresh or buffalo mozzarella. Mozzarella is often overlooked. It doesn't have a strong flavor. It doesn't look fancy. But don't be fooled. Fresh mozzarella, especially the kind made from water buffalo milk, is one of the cleanest, most balanced cheeses you can eat. It's naturally low in sodium and saturated fat, which is exactly what your heart needs. It's rich in high quality protein and calcium, and it contains bioactive peptides, natural compounds formed during fermentation that help lower blood pressure. A recent study from the European Journal of Nutrition found that older adults who regularly consumed fresh, low salt cheeses like mozzarella had better vascular flexibility and fewer arthritis flare ups. Buffalo milk also contains higher levels of vitamin A, zinc, selenium, and antioxidants, all crucial for immune support, vision, and cellular repair as you age. And here's something else. Mozzarella is low in lactose, making it easier to digest, especially for those who experience bloating or discomfort with dairy. You can enjoy it sliced over tomatoes with basil and olive oil, melted on grilled vegetables, or added to salads. It's light, satisfying, and functional. If you're looking for a daily cheese that won't spike your blood pressure or weigh you down, mozzarella is a gentle, dependable choice. 3. Feta cheese. Feta surprises a lot of people. Its sharp, tangy flavor might make you think it's too salty or processed. But when consumed in moderation, feta is a powerhouse for aging bodies. Made from sheep or goat milk, feta contains a different protein structure than cow's milk cheeses. It has less lactose and is easier to digest, especially for sensitive stomachs. But the real magic is in its nutritional profile. Feta is rich in calcium, vitamin B12, and protein, all vital for maintaining muscle mass, bone strength, and brain function. And it's one of the few cheeses that naturally contains probiotics, the beneficial bacteria that support digestion, gut health, and immunity. As we age, our microbiome, the balance of bacteria in our gut, starts to weaken. Probiotic-rich foods like feta help restore that balance and ease digestive discomfort. Here's a helpful tip. If you're watching your sodium, give your feta a quick rinse in water before eating. It can reduce salt content by up to 30% without losing flavor. Just a sprinkle on your salad or roasted vegetables can go a long way. Feta's strong flavor means you need less of it to feel satisfied. 2. Swiss cheese. Swiss cheese, with its iconic holes and subtle nutty taste, is a quiet hero for those over 60. It's naturally low in sodium, about 75% less than most hard cheeses, which makes it an excellent choice for people managing high blood pressure or heart disease. But that's just the beginning. Swiss cheese is also one of the most naturally lactose-free cheeses. Its long fermentation process breaks down the lactose, making it easier to digest. It's high in calcium, with about 220 milligrams per ounce, helping to maintain bone density in aging bodies. It also offers nearly 8 grams of protein per ounce, providing essential amino acids for muscle repair and strength. Even more impressive, Swiss cheese is rich in vitamin B12, which supports brain health, and vitamin K2, which helps calcium go where it belongs, to your bones, not your arteries. According to recent studies, the bacterial cultures used in Swiss cheese, especially Propionibacterium freudenreichii, produce compounds that may reduce inflammation and enhance immunity. Swiss cheese is gentle, digestible, and satisfying. It can be added to sandwiches, sliced with fruit, or melted into warm dishes. It offers all the benefits of cheese without the heavy risks. 1. Goat cheese. If you're over 60, goat cheese should become a regular guest in your kitchen. It's soft, creamy, and delicious. But more importantly, it's one of the most digestible, anti-inflammatory, and nutrient-dense cheeses available. Goat cheese is lower in casein, the protein in cow's milk that often causes bloating and discomfort. It's also naturally lower in lactose and rich in medium-chain fatty acids, which are easier for the liver to process and less likely to be stored as fat. Goat cheese is packed with probiotics, supporting gut health and immunity, both of which decline with age. It also contains zinc for tissue repair and selenium for thyroid function. But one of its most overlooked benefits is for the brain. Goat cheese delivers healthy omega-3 fats and a special form of vitamin A that supports memory and cognitive clarity. In fact, researchers are now exploring its potential role in delaying Alzheimer's disease and protecting against age-related mental decline. It's simple, it's pure, it's clean. Whether crumbled over a salad, spread on toast, or folded into an omelet, goat cheese adds both flavor and function to your plate. These 4 cheeses aren't just safe after 60, They're strategic allies, supporting your heart, bones, digestion, and brain in small, everyday ways. In the next section, we'll talk about the other side, the cheeses that may be silently harming your health. Some are beloved, some feel nostalgic, but for an aging body, they can be dangerous. Stay tuned. The worst cheese on the list might be sitting in your fridge right now. Not every cheese belongs on your plate, especially as you age. Some may look harmless or even feel comforting, but inside your body, they tell a different story. They increase blood pressure, raise inflammation, disrupt your gut, and quietly stress your heart, brain, and kidneys. Let's walk through 4 cheeses that those over 60 should avoid, or at the very least, eat with extreme caution. Before, American cheese. It might remind you of childhood lunches or grilled cheese sandwiches, but American cheese is barely cheese at all. What looks like a slice of cheese is actually a heavily processed product. It's made from a mix of real cheese, emulsifiers, preservatives, artificial colors, and high amounts of added salt. One slice of American cheese can contain up to 15% of your daily sodium limit. For seniors managing hypertension or heart issues, that's a dangerous start to the day. What's more concerning is how emulsifiers, used to create that smooth, meltable texture, may harm your gut microbiome. For older adults whose immune systems rely heavily on gut health, this is a risk you can't afford to ignore. American cheese also contains inorganic phosphate additives, which can block calcium absorption, a critical issue for people trying to protect bone health. Studies even link these phosphates to faster arterial calcification, increasing the risk of heart attack or stroke. It's not worth the convenience or nostalgia. There are far better alternatives that offer flavor without the chemical baggage. 3. Blue cheese. It looks gourmet. It smells strong. It tastes expensive. But for aging bodies, blue cheese can be a trap. The marbled veins inside blue cheese come from Penicillium mold, a live fungus that produces tyramine and histamine. These compounds are quickly broken down in younger people. But as you age, your enzymatic activity slows and these chemicals build up. The results can be severe. Migraines, blood pressure spikes, irregular heartbeats, and even chest tightness or dizziness. You might feel flushed or disoriented and blame it on stress or aging, when in fact, it's your nervous system reacting to what's on your plate. A 2023 study in food chemistry warned that elderly adults consuming high tyramine cheeses face significantly elevated cardiovascular risks. Blue cheese also carries a higher risk of listeria contamination, especially when it's soft, unpasteurized, or improperly stored. For people with weakened immune systems, listeria isn't just a stomach bug. It can trigger life-threatening infections like meningitis or septicemia. And let's not forget the salt, over 400 milligrams of sodium per ounce. That's a heavy burden for your kidneys and blood pressure. If you've been struggling with headaches, irregular heart rhythms, or mysterious fatigue, this gourmet favorite might be the hidden cause. 2. Cream cheese. Cream cheese doesn't scream danger. It spreads smoothly. It's soft and mild, but don't let the texture fool you. It can quietly work against your health. This cheese is high in saturated fat and low in protein, which means it delivers calories without giving your body the nutrients it truly needs. For people over 60 trying to manage weight, blood sugar, or inflammation, that's a poor trade-off. Cream cheese is also soft and moist, conditions that make it a perfect host for listeria bacteria. Even leaving it out of the fridge for an hour can significantly increase contamination risk. And since cream cheese is often served at room temperature, on bagels, party trays, or breakfast spreads, it's easy to overlook this danger. Some flavored varieties contain added sugars like honey, strawberry, or walnut. These innocent versions spike blood sugar and feed inflammation, especially problematic for anyone with diabetes or pre-diabetic conditions. When you combine high fat, added sugar, and bacterial risk, cream cheese becomes a triple threat to older adults. 1. Processed cheese spreads, in tubs, jars, or triangles. This is the most dangerous cheese for anyone over 60, and perhaps the most deceptive. You've probably seen these in the store. Soft, creamy spreads marketed as easy to digest, great for kids, or perfect for snacking. But behind the smooth texture lies a cocktail of chemicals, sodium and processed fats. These spreads often contain sodium phosphate, an additive linked to kidney damage, especially in aging populations where kidney function naturally declines. Over time, these additives accelerate kidney strain, leading to potential failure or chronic disease. Worse, some of these products still contain partially hydrogenated oils, a source of trans fats that raise LDL, bad cholesterol, lower HDL, good cholesterol, and significantly increase the risk of stroke and heart attack. Many of these cheese spreads are also high in synthetic emulsifiers, flavor enhancers, and preservatives that may worsen cognitive decline through low-grade chronic inflammation in the brain. They might look harmless, but nutritionally, they're a minefield. Experts have begun calling them a stroke on a plate because that's how aggressively they affect blood pressure, cholesterol, and vascular health. If you're over 60, this is the cheese to throw out first. There's nothing about it that supports healthy aging. These 4 cheeses, though common and convenient, may be silently undermining your efforts to stay healthy, sharp, and active. In the next section, we'll reflect on everything we've covered and help you take practical steps towards smarter, safer food choices. Because when you know better, you choose better. And your body always thanks you for it. Cheese doesn't have to be the enemy. In fact, if you choose wisely, it can become one of the most comforting, nourishing foods in your daily life, adding flavor, joy, and real health benefits to your meals. But after the age of 60, it's no longer just about what tastes good. It's about what your body can handle, what lifts you up, what quietly chips away at your well-being, and what gives you the strength to enjoy life on your own terms. You've now seen both sides. There are cheeses that support your heart, bones, and brain, like fresh mozzarella, creamy goat cheese, probiotic-rich feta, and low-sodium Swiss. These cheeses are nutrient-dense, easy to digest, and help reduce inflammation. They offer pleasure without pain. Then there are others that slowly harm, the overly processed slices, the moldy delicacies, the soft spreads laced with chemicals and sodium. They don't just affect your digestion, they affect how you think, how you move, how you sleep, and how you feel day to day. And most importantly, they affect your independence. Because every moment of dizziness, every unexplained headache, every rise in blood pressure or forgetful pause, it all adds up. Over time, these small things become big things. But here's the good news. It's not too late. In fact, it's the perfect time to pay attention, to make a small shift, to open your fridge and ask yourself, is this cheese helping me live better or holding me back? You don't need to give up cheese. You just need to know which ones are friends to your future and which are quietly robbing it. So today, start by making one change. Swap that processed slice for a bit of goat cheese. Choose a few crumbles of feta instead of cream cheese. Add a slice of fresh mozzarella to your salad instead of reaching for spreads full of salt and preservatives. You'll feel the difference. And over time, your body will too. Your health isn't built on giant decisions. It's built on tiny, quiet, consistent choices, like what you eat, what you avoid, and what you keep close. Let cheese be something that heals, not harms. And let every bite remind you, aging well is absolutely within your power.